Welcome back to another episode of Gut Talk, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Jenna, and I host this podcast with my older sister, Jill, and we are so excited to have you. You've come at a perfect time, considering the fact that it is the new era of Gut Talk. We started this podcast in 2021, and Jill and I have grown, we've evolved, and therefore the podcast is growing and evolving too. So this next chapter is way more than just digestion, although you know we'll always talk shit. It's about building routines that feel good, not perfect. It's about having the controversial conversations that no one else is willing to have in the wellness space. It's about sharing our lives unapologetically, the highs and the lows. It's about diving deeper into the nervous system, metabolism, how to build muscle, so much more, and also the unsexy habits that actually change your health. You'll see from this episode, we're going in. We are doing so much more. We are changing the vibe, and we are so excited for it. We also just launched our new podcast cover art, which I hope you guys love it. We are so happy about it. And we're starting off strong today with a very juicy episode with the queen, one of our favorite creators and a fellow Austin girly, Jade Brandt, aka it's me, Jade B, on social media. We're talking about how she first started posting on social media, why she decided to be open about using tirzepatide, and the wild mix of feedback that came with it. We get into her unfiltered thoughts on the crunchy community, the iconic Babs and 75 Hotter that she created, and of course, we go into Bravo. Plus, Jade shares about her divorce and what it's really like being single in your 30s and how you can live your absolute best life. This episode is raw. Honestly, she's so funny and so relatable. You guys are going to be obsessed. All right, let's get into it. Without further ado, please welcome Miss Jade Brandt on Gut Talk.
I feel like I'm like a sister. I'm like telling you what to do.
You're actually our third sister.
No, she is the most younger sister of younger sisters. And I've enabled it so much. And I'm like, we're too old for this.
Yeah.
We are 30 and 28. And there are things like she is the biggest food mooch you'll ever meet.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
and shamelessly.
Yeah.
Like she'll be like, would you mind if I have the last one of those? I'm like, the last one?
The last?
Yeah, like-
actually would mind.
But Jill also always forgets how much I do for her too.
Well,
so it's like,
Sure.
it's like
so I
know.
pay her.
No, you guys are like
We
my
even
two
out.
younger sisters. They're
Yeah.
so codependent on each other. And
yeah.
like the younger one is always like eating the food.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's very...
And I'm like the bossy.
yeah.
one.
But what's your age gap again? Like
We're all
what-
3 years.
So you're 6 to your youngest.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a kind of a large age gap.
Right. It breeds like when you're like 6 years, she's forever 21 for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
She's not even 21. She's 18. I'm like, you can drink. She's like, I'm 30.
like, and they live together, right?
Yeah, they live
Okay.
together. So they're like you guys, where it's like they are like a couple.
Yeah,
they're a
they're a unit.
well-oiled
Yes.
machine.
We're
Yeah.
well because we've also lived together now in Austin for 4.5 years,
Yeah.
pretty much. So it's one of those things where you start to morph in
Yeah.
certain ways, and like you do become a team. You're like a partnership. It's kind
they're,
of weird.
They're a team.
Yeah.
And like I'm always like, you guys need to branch out because you guys are different. Like I think because they're always home. And I think you guys are maybe a little bit more out of the house
And
a little bit.
We were once at a point, though. I feel like in certain ways, like
I think there was more so depression.
yeah, we were like
the
yeah.
house.
We kind of like didn't like
Oh, yeah, I
ourselves
mean,
then.
who-
so.
It
Yeah.
was like, a little gym situation here, a few
Yeah.
pounds shed there. Like we leave the house more now.
Yeah.
But no, it is funny. And like she had a boyfriend for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I had one. And I feel like that allowed us to like grow apart in healthy ways.
Yeah.
But it's funny because our friends from home and from different parts of life, like if we put them all in a room, it would be bizarre.
Yeah.
Like we're very different people and we develop very different relationships. So it's weird that when we're always together, we like accumulate a certain type of friend that neither of us would necessarily be friends with alone. It like
That's
combines.
so interesting.
Wouldn't you say that? Yeah.
That is so funny.
Or
Yeah.
maybe we have like more of a threshold, like
Yeah.
because there's two personalities. Like you're bound to get along with one of
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
right? So it's like,
Yeah.
come on in.
See, they like my sisters share the same friends.
No, we really make an effort to not do
Yeah.
that when we can.
We do
Yeah.
slightly in Austin, but we still have very much like our core friends from other areas of our life.
Yeah.
But when you live together and do everything together, for the most part, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Go and do different
They have like
things?
the same friend group.
Yeah.
At like one point, Bailey, the youngest one, was dating one of their friends from home. They met at a wedding.
Oh my
So it was
God.
just like very like ingrained with
Yeah.
each other. And
Yeah.
it's just so interesting.
And then you're on now the outskirts.
yeah,
and
I'm
you're
like
left out.
But
You're
I've
with
always
your
been
man.
independent because
Got it.
I moved. I went to college and like I
Yeah.
moved away. And they've always
Right.
been in Austin.
Wait, okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Before, because I really want to dive into like the health of it all.
Yeah.
And then the fun stuff. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, how did you start social media?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did I start social media? Okay, this is my thing. I feel like people who do social media are always doing social media and then
Okay.
it just like ramps up for them one day. It's not like you like start a job where you're like, I'm gonna do sales now and then you like begin, you
Yeah.
know? So like I was always doing social media.
Like posting it on Instagram.
Right.
Okay.
I was posting on Instagram. I'm doing exactly what I'm doing now, like talking to the thing, like
Yeah.
doing my whole bit, and like I was doing it on Snapchat, Instagram, and then when TikTok first came out and I downloaded it in 2019, I was like, I can't like do this. Like they're dancing, they're like they're like trying to be hot. Like I'm like not a hot girl. So once obviously COVID happened, I started just like that became my life, and now my brain is permanently altered, as I'm sure your guys is as well. Like I can't focus on anything. But I went through this bad breakup and I was forced, I moved to Colorado for a week and I got dumped.
Yeah.
It was fucking traumatic. It was literally, no,
Dumped.
it was
Dumped is the worst word.
It was like, I was literally dumped on my ass. Like I got there and he was like, whoa. And he was like in the army and we were like doing this long distance thing. And then he was coming back from deployment and he was like, you're going to move in with me and it's going to be amazing. I'm like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I get there literally 3 days later. He's like, wow, this is not working. And I'm like,
Wait,
how
was this before or after your divorce?
after?
Okay.
So every divorcee has a post-divorce fucking freak out. And that was, I can.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah. So that was my post-divorce freak out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like,
No, it's so interesting that you say that because when I got broken up with right after I turned 30 this year.
yeah.
Out of the blue for me, didn't see
Dumped.
it coming, dumped
Dumped.
on my
Yeah.
ass. 2 days before Valentine's Day, 4 days before the half marathon we signed up together to run. I don't like to run. I ran because I liked him.
Yeah.
And so now I have to run it by myself. And I binged your videos because
Really?
because
I remember you told me about this break.
yeah, I was like, it was that I got dumped the night we were together. The last time we saw each other, that dinner that we were at.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes,
so
yes.
maybe
I
we
know.
saw each other one
yeah.
more time since then.
Yeah.
But so anyway, but my point is that like in my head, logical brain, I'm like, okay, I know I'm young. I'm 30. Like I
Yeah.
have so much life to live. And then I look at all my friends popping
Mm-hmm.
out babies and I'm like, I'm not young. I have to find someone right away. And then your videos were just soothing. Like I was like, I just needed someone, not
Yeah.
directly through TikTok, to tell me that it was going to be okay.
Yeah.
And your videos truly, I was like, okay,
Yes.
Jade can do this. I can do this.
No, like literally, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Because I got divorced 2 weeks after I turned 30. And so I was like, my
Okay.
3 best friends all got pregnant within like months of each other. And I was like, oh, I'm like fully alone here. You know, like I am like, we're going one way. Life is just skirt. So yeah, I got divorced. Then that's when I moved to Colorado.
Okay.
A couple of years later, got dumped.
And then
on
where'd you
my
go
ass.
after Colorado?
Then my sisters lived in Austin. So I was
Okay.
like, I'm going to live with my sisters. Like,
Right.
I don't know what to do. Like, I have nowhere else to go.
And what was your job at the time? You weren't doing social media.
I was
as a-
doing marketing and social media
Okay.
management for a company, but we were all remote because it was still like peak COVID because it was
Sure.
2021.
Okay.
And then that's when the rush talk started happening. And so I was like, oh, like people are talking to the camera now. Like I do that like on Instagram. And so I just started like talking to the camera and like being like, oh, this is what we did when I was going through a rush like so many years ago. And then that's just when I first got like my first like 10 to 30,000 followers. So that
Yeah.
was like my first like big hit where I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like,
Right.
I'm famous.
Fame.
I can do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm famous.
Quit my
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, so it was like And I remember the guy I was dating would always just be like, social media so stupid, it's so fleeting. I'm like, oh yeah, because you're like literally your life is on the line because you were in the army.
Yeah.
So like we all can't do that.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
so like your job is more important in some ways.
Sure.
But like some of us who aren't like built for that,
Right.
we have to be in social media marketing.
Right.
You know?
Not all of us can defend the country.
Yeah, exactly.
There
I'm
will be
like-
none of us left.
Yeah, I know. Like
Somebody needs to be saved here.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sure for you, social media seems pretty fucking stupid, but for
Right.
me, it's my job.
Right. And I
Yeah.
feel like, too, as time goes on, you just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, and Jenna makes fun of me for this. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. I don't get embarrassed. Like, I think we've told this story on the pod before, but like, I walked into the wrong apartment a few months ago and the man was butt ass naked. And I was like, whoops. like
Like full frontal?
Like
Yeah.
Jill almost like didn't tell us it happened. She didn't care.
Did
I
you
would have been
see,
on
like-
the floor like
No,
crying.
I literally saw his wiener. It was like,
Yeah.
That would like
No.
seeing a wiener
like,
is so assaulting.
Yeah, I didn't like that
No,
part.
that is like I don't want to
No,
see.
like- Yeah.
I don't want to be forced to see a wiener.
Like
you
she
know?
walked into his place, but he did that to her. Like
Oh,
that was
yeah,
that
he
is
did that to her.
mortifying.
But my point is just that, like, I feel like doing social media now, when you put yourself out there,
Yeah.
there's that point or period where it's scary and you're like, oh my God, are people going to hate me? But you post a lot of controversial
Oh, yeah.
things. And like, are you even nervous when you send them, like
No.
load them sometimes? You're
No,
just like, no.
never. I think
Literally?
that's also oldest child thing.
Okay.
Where I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys are all
My
like,
children.
I'm right, and you guys are all gonna have to listen to me.
Yeah.
you know. I don't know if it's like oldest
Well,
daughter.
you're also like mature as
Yeah.
hell. Like you're wait, are you 37?
I'm turning 37 tomorrow.
You are tomorrow?
Yeah,
Okay. I
know.
saw that it was almost your birthday.
So crazy.
Aw.
I've just been saying 37 to get used to it. 'cause
Yeah,
it,
okay.
It kind of like sounds older. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No,
I'm
your
like
30s are your
37.
20s.
Yeah.
Like, feels mature.
But I think some people would be surprised. Like, do you get when people say to you, like, "Oh my God, you're 37"? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like people comment that on your thing that they're surprised by your age.
I think it's because I have like a youthful energy, or
Yeah.
maybe immature energy.
No,
I
I would say youthful.
I'm gonna say youthful, but like I've always been very youthful. Like I was never the friend that like the girls that like hung out with the older boys. Like I was like, I'm gonna hang out with the guys in our grade because I'm scared of the older boys.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Right.
I've always just been like clinging to my youth.
How, because you're like older sister energy, what was your thought process going through your 30s where you
yeah.
were just like comfortable being at a different stage? Like, were there like mantras you had? Like, or were you just like God given, like, no, this is who I am?
Okay, so I feel like because I literally got divorced, well, I got separated technically 2 weeks after I turned 30. Like my ex was, long story short, he was an addict. He had been lying to me for a year. I found some like evidence that like proved the lie.
Yes.
And I remember I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this is the moment I've been waiting for to like the aha to like leave. And I feel like I just was like thrown into the deep end of my 30s where I was like, wow, I am now not only getting a divorce, I'm single and I'm like doing life alone kind of for the first time a little bit. You know, your 20s, like you live with your friends, and then I moved in with him from my friends.
Right.
So I feel like I just like, it was either sink or swim. And I think some people like to like sit in the shit a little bit, and I'm like, no, like let's find the happiness, let's find the fun in it. And like me and my sisters, we always like to joke through our pain. So that's like, I think kind of brings levity. Like, yeah, you got dumped and you had to move home from Colorado, but like let's find the humor in it, kind of.
Yeah. And then when you were dating in your earlier 30s, when like you hadn't found your now boyfriend, who by social media seems like an absolute gem.
Oh, he's a gem.
Yeah.
Like you reposted the video about his birthday being on 9/11.
I know.
I already knew about it because I saw it the first time, but
Yeah.
I giggled so hard. Also, too, like if you guys are interested in the divorce story, you have all the lore on
yeah.
TikTok, and like it's worth the binge. Like
Yeah.
go find that.
The divorce was crazy.
Yeah. And like you're such a good storyteller. Like it's so funny. I like keep reminding myself like I need to ask you the questions because I already know. 'Cause
Right.
if you've posted the video, I've seen it. I've liked it. I've engaged. I'm sending to my friends. That's the other thing too. I feel like being in social media, I'm like always like liking and saving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because we need
Yeah.
interaction. Like we
It's support.
right.
It's
like
support.
brands are gonna ask us.
I
for this
see your
stuff.
faces and I'm like,
Right.
don't stop. Like
yeah.
I don't
You're
even
like I don't have time to listen
Yeah.
today. But
Right.
here you go.
Yeah.
Like, that's all we need.
Yeah.
So like when you're in your early 30s and you're dating, like were you always trying to like make that person the one? I feel like I'm having that issue a little bit right now where I'm like, let me see how I can craft him into who I need him to be. Like, did you ever go through that?
Okay, so post-divorce, no. Okay. I was probably my most confident self. I swear I like got divorced and like my hair started to grow, my skin cleared up. I was just like, I was probably the hottest I've ever been in my life. That's when I started my like real health journey. So I felt so good about myself, and like I feel like that confidence really shows when you're dating, and like I was like, I'm the prize, like, or who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I got into the situationship and he kind of knocked me down like 500 pegs. You could just see like my face, like I was inflamed, like my body was just like bigger, and like it was crazy. I was like doing CrossFit and working out twice a day. It was awful. And then, what was I going to say about that? Oh, and that's when, after that one, I was like clinging to everyone. I was like, oh my gosh, like you could be the one. Like you're kind of like the last guy. So, and I kept like looking for him in other people.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then I had to stop dating, and I was like, I need a break because like I just am not going for the right things. And then I feel like I kind of like evened out. And that's when I met Nick.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when did you meet Nick?
It was like maybe 10 months after my breakup, my dumping.
Your dump.
Yeah,
okay,
my dump.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have a break through like from that time to meeting Nick?
Yes. So
Okay.
I got dumped.
The Colorado dump.
The Colorado dump.
Yeah.
I did the divorce dump. The Colorado dump did
to you.
Yeah, that was on to me. That was not a fun one. And that was like Memorial Day weekend of 2021. And then I met Nick in like March 2022.
Okay.
After you moved here and he was living here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he had just gone through a breakup too.
Okay.
So he had his own journey of like healing from that. And like, it was crazy times.
Wait, how did you guys meet?
On Bumble.
Oh, did
and
you?
Raya.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a double match.
See,
I already knew that.
Sorry. Yeah. I guess I'm not as big of a fan.
I think Bumble sucks, but I think
Bumble's very confusing to use.
Yeah.
Like, it's not intuitive, I don't think, at all.
I just think more guys are on Bumble.
Really?
I think there's more
Interesting.
people. I think it's like lower lift for them, and I don't know.
Good to know.
But
I'm on them all.
Yeah.
Literally any of them.
and I'm on 9.
Yeah.
So
Jenna's actually using the method where one day he'll fall through the
yeah.
ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he'll
Until
climb
then.
through your window.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's coming soon.
Yeah.
I know
He
it.
only goes on dates when our mom will be like, you're not allowed to come home to Virginia until you go on one date. And then she goes on one date and then goes home.
Oh my gosh.
No, you know what I'm in? I'm in my era that you were in where I'm like clean slate.
Yeah.
Trying to just like work on not like myself too much. I've done that. But just like, I don't know, like building my confidence back from my breakup. I think I got a lot of confidence from it. Like you said you did post divorce, because it's like you choosing yourself, right? And like moving forward. But I think what I'm scared of is like the mistakes that you make through dating, which I know is all part of it. I was thinking about this earlier.
Yeah.
That's why I have a good thought. But it's like, I hate going through the like ups and downs of dating. I just want to find the person and be done with it, which
that's just never gonna happen. Like you literally have to go through the ups and downs of dating. It teaches you so much. It's the journey.
Though.
Okay, my number one advice for dating is learn to enjoy the journey. Like instead of trying to find the one, because if you don't like the journey, it's gonna be fucking miserable to get to the end.
Yeah.
that's
Because
right.
you can get burned out so easily.
Yeah.
I, for the first time, have like a miniature like roster situation because
I
I
love
have
that.
such a hard time talking to more than one guy at a time.
Yeah.
But guys feel more special when you're only talking to them.
Right. And they can feel it.
They feel it.
Yeah.
And so now I've been like talking to multiple guys, but I've been trying to do that. You have to like schedule time for it.
Yeah.
It takes a chunk out of your time.
Oh,
But
totally.
I'm with you. I'm just like I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, my friends are being woken up every 2 hours by their babies, and I get to go to music festivals in the next few weeks. Like we're living different lives, and if I'm like bummed out about that while I get to do really fun things, I'm gonna be so sad one day. So I've just committed to like be where your feet are. Like I hate when people say that, but it's kind of true. And I don't know, but if I ever need like just a little boost, I just go to Jade's TikTok. I'm like, okay, thank you so much.
that.
And I'm ready to go. No,
Well,
it's like.
another thing that's different than you and your friend's life, because I hear this a lot. For some reason that we've got a new fresh round of divorcees that have found me on TikTok. And I feel like a lot of them are so hyper focused on what they're missing out on what they lost, like the life that they thought they were going to have is now gone. But the good thing about you now is that your life can be anything. Like it could be whatever. Like you have no idea. Like right now, my relationship with Nick is like 1,000,000 times better than I could have ever imagined, because I just didn't even think it was like possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so it's like,
good.
yeah, they're like, you know, being woken up by babies, but that's like that is their reality. And like their future is kind of now set for them.
Yeah. Wait, I love that. Okay.
Yeah. So your life is so
that.
exciting.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I know.
Okay, so we have to get into like the health tea of it all.
Oh, I love health tea.
Because we're going to trigger a lot of people today, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you know that's like my favorite thing to talk shit about on TikTok and Instagram.
And I love it because you know why? Okay, so everyone who's listened to our podcast, we've done well over 100 episodes where we are helping you become healthier, right? But you've been through your own health journey.
Yes.
But you have a really big issue with the crunchy community.
Yeah.
You're at war with that, to be honest with you.
I love fighting with that.
You wake up some days and you're like, let me just stir the pot.
Oh yeah,
today.
and I'm like, Maha, you've been pissing me off lately. I'm gonna like literally just
Right. And I'm going to say all the right things to get a ton of views, and people are going to hate you, and you're just like smiling in your house with your cute dog, like living
and
your
I
best
press
life.
post and I'm like,
Right.
Okay, so before we get into stirring the pot with the crunchies, you are very open about your journey with trizepatide.
Yeah.
So like just to trigger some more people, GLP-1s, like I know.
Yeah.
But we knew you prior to Trizep, and you were doing all the things.
Yeah.
So like explain like why you decided to take it, where you were at, because thank God I'm so grateful that you have been open about it. I don't give a shit what people do with their bodies.
Yeah.
I just get so triggered when people lie.
Right.
Like Brooks Nader. Have you seen?
I love that she's being so honest.
Like, I don't love that she's in a bathroom barely conscious, only drinking bone broth. Like, not good. But thank you for not pretending to be this like uber mini skinny girly and like also lying and being like, I'm just a supermodel because I was born this way. Like, just be transparent.
Yeah.
So, but like, I'm not saying you were the first to do it, but you were the first I saw who was open about it. Yeah, on TikTok.
I think I saw the toast. She was open about it.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like she always talked about how like she felt fat. Like she always used the word fat to describe herself.
She's very mean to herself.
Yeah, and it's like I never felt like I was like bigger or fat or whatever. I just felt like something was off in my body and I couldn't figure it out. And I kept like working out harder and like, you know, you want like, I'm a toxic millennial. Like I'm like, okay, well, should I stop? Should I eat less?
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Right.
And then finally, like after a year of just being like making so many Ozempic jokes, I'm like, can't wait for my Ozempic whenever I get on it. I finally it was my hairstylist, and she wouldn't care if I said this. She like loves taking credit for it. So she was finally like, I feel so much better. She had 3 kids. She could not lose weight. She was the same as me, where it's like we're working out so much and we're doing all the right things. We're eating the right things and we're not seeing any results. But like, she's like, I literally just the first couple weeks just felt like I lost weight just from inflammation. And so that's kind of what finally I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And so I really actually thought, what is my social media strategy? Obviously, because I have this thing, 75 Hotter. And like, do you think how, like, it would be so profitable for me to get on tirzepatide in 75 days, lose, 30 pounds and be like, look at what 75 Hotter did for me, girls. Like, now follow me for more the hot tips or whatever.
Right.
But I was like, I literally cannot do that. And I know there's so many people in the health community that do that. And it's so fucking frustrating for somebody who's like gone through this, you know, trying to lose weight. And like, if I'm saying I'm losing weight from 75 hotter and then another girl's doing it and she's not getting the same results, I don't want her to be beating herself up about it. So I was like, I have to be honest. And 75 hotter isn't all about, and I guess we'll talk about that, but it's not all about just like weight loss. It's about like building routine. So if I'm doing tirzepatide, for me, that doesn't like, I don't know. It doesn't conflict.
No.
But like people on the internet like to say that. But anyways, yeah. So
that's
basically,
just more views for you.
Yeah, more views for me. And so that's basically why I wanted to be so honest, because I would see girls in this town being so fucking skinny, like skinny to the point where it's like, oh, and they're all body checking, and they're saying like, oh, well, my medical history, or you know, basically my health is not any of your business, and right, but like you're using it to profit off of your social media, because you're like body checking, you're like trying on your little clothes, oh, try this new outfit, or like click the link, and you're getting more clicks because you're skinny.
And you knew for a fact that they were on things.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Interesting.
And they're like, and people, and then they'll dance around the question and they'll be like, oh, or they'll say like, what is your workout routine? And it's like, obviously they're asking because you just had like a 30-pound weight loss.
Right.
Like they're not asking you because you never talk about health and wellness. And they'll be like, Pilates and walking. Just Pilates and walking. I'm like, literally go fuck yourself with your Pilates and walking. Like it makes me so, I'm like getting... I have a lot of fire in my chart. So
we've, like Jen and I both say, like we've never been skinny a day in our lives.
No.
Like
Never.
we're bigger boned, thicker girls. Like I am a 6'8" till I die. If I'm a 4, there's something seriously wrong with me. Like I've never, and I've been up to like probably a size like, I don't know, 12-ish. I've fluctuated weight. I've done all the things, but I have always been that person that like am trying to just become as lean as possible.
Yeah.
Like it's just this toxic millennial thing about me that I love. And I am a little, I guess, naive that like I didn't really realize how many people were on GLP-1s.
Not at all.
So when
no
I hear
idea.
Pilates and walking, I'm like, oh my God, like maybe I'm just too high intensity. Like maybe, and so I went through a period where I did Pilates and walking, and let me tell you, up goes the scale, up goes the sizes, because guess what? That doesn't actually work. for me.
Well, Pilates and walking works when you're on a GLP-1 and you're not very hungry, because Pilates isn't like doing weightlifting.
Right.
Just a little tone.
Or you're already small too, right? Like I was actually talking to a friend and she was asking me how to tone and like how I've been able to start toning more. I'm like, I don't know how you do it other than lifting weights, right? And getting stronger and building muscle.
Yeah.
That's kind of besides the point, but you've had a good experience with tirzepatide, and I just want maybe highlight that for us, because I think, not that we're promoting it, but I've seen research about people even microdosing it. I think I told you this before, to where I was like, it can be a good thing.
Yeah.
Share your experience if you will.
So I'm on a pretty low dose, and I've been on a low dose, and I told her because like I had experienced my original health journey. I started weightlifting and I was eating a ton of food. I was eating a lot of protein, a lot of carbs, like, you know, appropriate like amount of fats too, whatever. I was really into counting macros, and I was so lean, and I was probably eating the most I've ever eaten in my life. And then obviously like I'm just older now or whatever, but like being on tirzepatide, I didn't want to just be skinny. I wanted to be able to like build and maintain muscle, and I didn't want my hair to fall out. I wanted to be like, I wanted to do the medicine the right way, you know? And it's interesting because like this millennial voice like always like kicks up and it's like, just be skinny. Like who cares? Like abandon all the health. And I did go up in my dose, and I talked about this on social media, and I could not eat. I did not have an appetite, and I'm a big eater. And I like sat down with my doctor, who I love. She's like crunchy, but also like she's like everything you would want from a doctor. And I was like, it pains me to say this, but like I am losing too much weight. Wow. And I think this dose is too high. She's like, let's lower it. And she's like into health and fitness too. So like, she's like, that's not the goal. So like, let's lower it back down. So now we're lowered and I still can eat and everything.
So do
Thank
you
God.
just stay on it now? Like, do you just stay, or like, is there,
Yeah.
how does that work?
Well, the goal is to get off of it, but there's a lot of research in microdosing, like taking a really low dose every 3 weeks. If you're somebody who suffers from like inflammation, there's a lot of like reports with like dementia and like fertility, PCOS.
The skinny girls already. The already skinny girls taking it ruined the reputation for it.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what people perceive it as.
Yeah.
It is so much more than that.
Right.
And it can be amazing. I mean, people with insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes too, which I don't know if you were experiencing that, but it makes it very difficult to lose weight. It's why people gain a lot of weight typically is when they have insulin resistance. So yeah, I think I think bringing and shedding that light on it is amazing because people, our entire generation sees it as like just a jug to get skinnier.
Yeah. And that's the thing also, I didn't want to show that like I was just taking the drug and then not doing anything.
Right.
Because I do love working out. I love the way I look when I work out. I don't like the way I look when I'm just like, I mean, I've never been skinny,
Right.
but like, you know, when I'm like, just like,
When you're
you know,
just
a little
walking and-
fluffy.
yeah.
Yeah. So I really like wanted to do it the right way.
But you can eat, and that's what
Yes.
we absolutely love.
Yes, we
because
can
you're
eat.
traveling so much. I feel like you've been at
I know
so
I've
many
been gone a
places
lot.
lately.
Yeah, we've been gone a lot this summer, but like I always try to like prioritize protein and now I'm trying to like get my carbs back up because
Good.
I think I just was not eating enough carbs and like my body, I was like hitting like a plateau and you need carbs for energy and my body was trying to use all of the protein for energy and to build muscle and I feel like it was just kind of like backfiring.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what was the reaction on social media when you first initially announced it?
It was really positive.
Oh,
like
good.
I, of course, have some people that are like low key haters that kind of want to be like, oh, but she's on a GLP-1. I'm like, yeah, bitch. And then I'll fight with them in the comments. I'm like, don't come to my page and like even try it
Right.
with me, or I'll just like block them if it's like on TikTok. TikTok's like not as fun to fight on. Instagram, I love because I will share their comment to my story and be like, yes,
Right.
I am proudly on a GLP-1. Like, what are you talking
Right.
about?
Yeah.
So I think people don't fuck with me that much anymore. 'Cause they're
I
like, it's
love
not worth
that.
it.
The best way to do it is to just own it. Right?
Yeah,
Like I feel
totally.
like that's, I don't know. It's when people keep it secret and then there's all
Yeah.
the speculation and then you can just go in on them is when I think people get most
I think
aggressive.
like there's people are they like the honesty, but I think people also like that I'm not just like doing nothing and just being like super skinny.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think, and the other thing too is like I just get so worried for the next generation of young girls.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna look at everyone on social media and just see like bones.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's how it was when I was growing up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, very much so.
Yeah.
And we've always talked about like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
My favorite mantra in
Right.
high school.
Or like the 100 calorie packs.
Oh
Like,
my God.
We did like a whole trend episode where it was like pre-social media, then just Instagram, and now TikTok and Instagram. And we were cracking up like Tybo.
Oh my
Like,
God. I would have loved that because like, you know, I
Yes.
love talking about like, you
Jill
know,
was
history.
like I liked it, but Jill was geeking out on it,
I was
which
cra-
I don't know if that's an age thing or what, but
I think it's an age thing and also just like a mental thing where I feel like I was the perfect person to sell quite literally anything to.
Yeah.
Like the gallon water jug. Like I was toting that
yeah.
around my house during COVID.
Yeah.
Like it was attached to me. Like, okay, well, it's 7 p.m. Like time to drink my
Right.
Yeah.
7 p.m. water.
Well, because when we were growing up, nobody talked about health and wellness. It was just how to be skinny.
Yeah.
And so like being skinny is so hard. Like for like to the level that it was at when I was growing up, like I want to say like early 2000s, like the Olsen twins, Lindsay Lohan, Nicole Richie, they were quite literally skin and bones. And that is like not natural. So like we were just ripe to be like sold things too. It was like, oh, this diet, that diet, Atkins, South Beach, Tybo,
Weight Watchers.
Yeah,
Yep,
everything.
All of that.
This episode is sponsored by Element. Okay, ladies, let's talk hydration. Because if you've ever dealt with headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, or just that midday brain fog, there's a good chance electrolytes are part of the problem. And I'm not talking about those neon-colored sports drinks filled with sugars and food dye. That is why we use Element. It's a zero sugar electrolyte mix that actually delivers a meaningful dose of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. No junk, no fillers, just what your body needs to feel clear, energized, and strong. And right now, Element is selling our summer obsession, lemonade salt. It's salty, tart, so refreshing. It's like sipping a salty lemonade on a hot day. We've been adding it to our water after a hard, sweaty workout, and even mixing it into iced tea for the best salty Arnold Palmer moment. So here's the best part. Element is hooking up our listeners. You'll get a free sample pack with your first order, so you can try all of their flavors, and it's totally risk-free. If you don't love it, you can give it to a salty friend, and Element will refund you. So head to drinkelement.com/guttalkgirls and grab your lemonade salt while it's still around, and stay salty this summer. You can go to the link in the show notes as well. That's drinkelement.com/guttalkgirls. It's crazy to think that, though, because I sit here and I'm like, what we saw was pictures, tabloids, everything just like from a surface level. No one wanted to check in on their energy levels or like the fact that like, were they able to actually finish a workout? Like, seriously, I don't think any of us like considered that, or even like when you were, I don't know, you and I are like a 9-year age gap. So I don't know if I thought about that as much, but now I'm like, there's no way they were truly happy and like energetic in their life, which is kind of crazy to think that we were all,
well, they all crashed out.
They all did.
They all crashed out.
Yeah. Turn to me. You have a eyelash.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think the tabloids were like, she's too skinny, or they would see like Britney Spears, who was probably the most healthy looking out of all of them, and say she's too fat.
It's disgusting.
It was, and like they were like never like, oh, she's great. Jessica Simpson, do you remember that cover? Like, I will never forget seeing that cover and being like, wow, she is huge. Like, and I was the problem.
Yes.
And it was her in like a pair of mom jeans with the leopard belt at this, like, she was singing at like a barbecue, which like, she was way too good for it to be singing at a barbecue. But I thought that she looked fat. Yeah. And like, it's because I was so trained to see like the skinniest little people. And one thing I love about Jessica Simpson is that she wrote this in her book, and she said that at that point, those jeans were a size 4. And she didn't want to come and say that and, you know, like try to beat the allegations, because she didn't want people who were any bigger than that to feel bad about themselves. Wow. So I just feel like she is like such a saint. Oh. And so that's why people always want to ask me about my starting weight on tirzepatide, and I won't ever say it. Yeah. Not because like I will tell you guys, obviously, but like I'm not going to say it online because I don't want anyone to think that that weight is bad. It was just bad for my body. Yeah.
No, for sure.
I think too many women go on and actually do say that. There's a fitness influencer who I'm thinking of right now where she feels so shameful in her larger body, but her larger body is like exactly what mine is right now. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro.
Yeah. She was complaining about being a 6, and I'm like,
I'm
a
like,
6?
Right.
That's like, just so you know, a 6 is my dream number.
Right.
No, literally. And that's the thing, like, people would always, this was what I was going to say, people would always ask me or kind of accuse me like, oh, well, you're not big enough to be on this medication. I'm like, honey, first of all, thank you. Second of all, like, I am over 30 pounds just from like my like normal weight. Like my BMI, technically, I don't even think BMI is like, it's kind of,
I don't really pay attention.
Yeah. But like, that's how they judge it if you're eligible for the prescription for it. And it was like well into it. So like, I'm shorter, I'm 5'3", like I hold my weight differently, but like I was probably honestly almost 40 pounds over, but like I stopped. You know?
You're like, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm like, that's me in the scale. Like, I was like seeing numbers I've never seen before. So yeah, you just never know who. I wasn't just like some girl that was just using it. Yeah, you know.
Okay, well, let's talk crunchy community.
Okay, yes.
Because I think that, and actually I was in acupuncture this morning, and I was talking to my acupuncturist about it, of like, we've gone too far. Yeah. We've lost the plot. Yeah. And it makes it hard
she was saying that too.
She's totally with it. And she is like, admittedly, she's
an
like,
acupuncturist saying that?
For sure. Because she was like, listen, like there's a piece of, like, we're humans. We're all going to die.
Yeah.
And, like, we all have to figure out, like, we have to be a little logical, right?
Yeah.
And so I know we've all, like, chatted about it before, but I think our perspective is, like, we're willing to make changes for the better good of our health, right?
Yeah.
But there becomes a point where it almost feels insane. And so I was thinking we could just kind of like call out some of the things, like maybe that some of the TikToks that you've posted, or like what's like grinding your gears currently or have that like you could bring up. Does anything come to mind?
Yes. Okay. First of all,
She's like, wait, I have
microplastics
Okay.
in everything.
Oh, okay.
Microplastics in everything. It's like I think the thing that bothers me, it's like, yeah, there is microplastics in everything, but like, what are we gonna fucking do about it? Like, it's just so much.
Yeah.
And it's like the water, the this, the that.
Your
and then
blanket.
Your
Right.
blanket. My Lola blanket. I'm like, you can take
Did
that
you
Lola
get a Lola
blanket.
blanket?
Oh, of course. I was like, you can rip that thing out of my fucking cold dead hands because it is so soft. Those microplastics are.
They feel great.
Yes, they're so cozy. But like, I think there's little things you can do. Like, you can change little things, but to be so afraid to live life where it's
Yeah.
like, I can't drink the water out of that water bottle. I can't. Is this 100%
No nails.
cotton?
Take
your
No,
birthday
oh, my
nails.
nails
Yeah.
are all like the.
Yeah.
To the point where they're like bringing their own nail polish. They're not even getting their nails done anymore. The dust from the nails are, it's like, I can't do that. Like, it's just too fucking much.
Yeah.
Or you're sitting here saying microplastics when you have silicone tits and filler in your fucking face.
Right.
I'm like, well, it worked for you at one point.
Right.
Like,
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We've lost the plot.
I know.
And you know, I
tits,
think
I'm
it's
losing
hard
it.
because, and I've even like taken a step back from watching a lot of it
Yeah,
because
it's too much.
I had health. I played softball my whole life. I was the girl that dropped my mouth guard in the dirt, picked it back up, and put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
like you could. I trusted my immune system like it was
Your
God
plastic
itself.
mouth
My
guard, too.
plastic mouth guard.
Microplastic
My microplastic
filled.
mouth guard. But over last year, I got health anxiety, and I really think it was a combination of like I dealt with mold toxicity, not fun. But it was seeing everyone's posts online because our feed is
I'm sure it's. a
Jenna
lot.
follows some woman that does like home natural births, and sometimes I'll click into Gut Talk, and it's literally like a baby halfway out of a vagina. I'm like, come on, Jenna.
You're like, not on the gut.
I'm like,
talk,
come
girls.
on. Like, follow that on your personal. Like, I don't want to
No,
see
the
that.
natural births.
Yeah.
They fascinate me.
Right. Yeah, Jenna's like really into all of that. She'll watch YouTube videos.
But I'm not. I stopped myself to
Yeah.
go too far, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think at a point I got there because that's what I thought I should be doing to be healthy.
Yeah.
And that's what I think a lot of women, because of social media, think that they need to do to be healthy. And then I hit the point and I was like, wow, like, you need to chill.
Yeah.
And where I think some girls are on social media, I mean, men too, I guess there's some men creators out there doing it as well, is I think they've gone past this limit, right?
Yeah.
Where they now have made it their entire brand and their entire personality to be quote unquote non-toxic
Yeah.
or I don't even know what they're calling it these days, or
Yeah.
part of the crunchy community. And I'm like, you're scaring the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know one person who watches that content and just feels really good inside.
Right.
Yeah. And I think
It's
that's
fear-mongering.
Yeah.
It's fear-mongering at its finest. But the other thing, I think we've discussed this before because I kind of remember, is like, who has the money and the means
Yeah.
to be switching every single
Your
thing that
couch.
they use? Your couch, your clothes.
Your clothes, your
clothes,
wardrobe.
I literally am sitting here and I'm like, I mean, if you have the money, do it.
Go for
like,
it.
go for it. But
Yeah.
I'm sure 98% of your community doesn't.
Yeah.
But they're sat here thinking like, oh my God, my Zara jeans. Like, what
Yeah.
do I do? Do I toss them?
Yeah.
They're made with X, Y. I don't even know the words because I just don't pay attention. And so I think there's a huge barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Even though we're all sitting here watching it thinking that perhaps we need to make those changes.
Yeah, and I think there's so many health concerns that you can address. Maybe I'm making this political. I don't want to get political. But like, you know, there's so many health concerns that we can address before we get down to like the dyes, the microplastics, the
Right.
this, the that. And it's like,
Right.
what if we just all like started to move our bodies? What if we all were eating high quality meats and like even that is like expensive.
Right.
Like I go to the store and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, the
yeah.
grass-fed, grass-finished.
Yeah, of
a little
course.
too much.
No, it's hard. And I think we've had a hard time knowing where to stand because, like, one topic that I feel really passionate around is birth control.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, it's all of our own choices. Like
Yeah.
what you do with your body, no offense, I don't give a shit. Like
Yeah.
do whatever you want to do. But I also think that doctors should be required to let us know the risks. Like I was
100%.
handed birth control candy and like, here you go. And it's like, well, there are some chances that, you know, you have increased risks of breast cancer.
Yeah.
There are some, like, no one tells you how to get off of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
nobody lets you know, like, what's actually happening to your body. And I'm like, okay, so that's not good. But also, too, like, I'm not going to, like, scare everyone and be like, get off of it. Like, we just
Yeah.
need to be more informed.
Right.
And I think the hard part with super crunchies is that they make it sound like you have no option. Like
Yeah.
you must be off of it.
Right.
No, it's
they
like
want to
just,
demonize it.
right, exactly. And it's like, no, like I personally, I just want you guys to know.
Yeah.
Right? I want you to know because my OBGYN has never once told me the risks, which
Right.
is insane. Like women should know what they're signing up for. But also then if you see those risks and you're like, cool. Like
Yeah.
then go.
Right.
Right. And that's where I have trouble is like they want to make the decision for you instead of just informing you.
Right, exactly. And it's like and then I think birth control should be accessible to all women
Right.
in society, but you should know the risks and you should be able to decide for yourself
Right.
if it's right for you or not. But you sharing your story doesn't mean that you don't think birth control should be available to
Right.
people. And I think that's what we're getting into where it's like, okay, this is my risk with this and this is what happened to me. This is my story. But that doesn't mean it shouldn't be accessible to everyone.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like I've seen stories too where like one really major influencer is like, I'm going to trust my OBGYN. And I'm like, okay, well, you've never had a bad OBGYN then, right?
Yeah.
Because like I have, and I know what it's like to not trust them. And it's like,
Yeah.
both sides are just, it's become so.
It's information overload.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like one girl comes on and she's like, birth control is poison. And the next girl is like, my doctor knows best. And you're like,
Yeah.
everyone, shut up.
And they're like, I have an IUD and I love it.
Right. Yeah, and then the other girl's like, it infiltrated.
Yeah.
What is the word? Like popped through. There was one girl. I was like looking up copper IUDs. I wanted to know
Ooh.
people's.
Oh.
Yeah, and turns out like you have to really make sure you go to the right person to get it inserted. Yeah, they can pop
No,
through
I'm
some
like
stuff.
so pro birth control if like that's because I just feel like it's empowering for a woman to have
for
that
sure.
control over their, destiny pretty much. But yeah, I fucking hated birth control. I was
Yeah.
on it for 3 months and I was like literally psychotic.
Yeah.
I was
Same.
crying and then I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. I'm gonna
Right.
take my chances. And I've never had a pregnancy scare. I'm
Right.
not saying you should,
Right.
but like
Do you use like natural cycles or anything?
yeah, I use
Okay.
like a period tracker
Yeah.
and like I'm very like diligent and I'm just like careful,
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Like, and
but like,
as-
I don't think that that's a good birth control
Right,
method for
this
a
is-
lot of people
everyone
because
listening
like
to this, don't really listen to our
That's
advice.
not
Medical
Nah.
advice, please.
it is pull out is 98%
Right.
if you do it the right way, but like don't take that.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. this
Also, if
isn't
you've
Bible.
gotten this far and you think that this isn't a medical advice podcast,
Yeah, this is not.
You've also
Yeah.
missed a few things
Well,
here.
you're so right. The word that you said is information overload.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And because we have friends in this type of community, I try
Yeah.
to not like.
And I
you
have
do
friends
the talking, right?
too, and I'm like,
Right. No, I know. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
We're
and
thinking
I'm like
of a particular.
looking at the camera and I'm like,
Right.
microplastics, what?
But I just have such a problem. I'm like you with like this fear-mongering, like
Yeah.
icky feeling that you get after you watch this type of content where it's like, I hope Jill and I have tried to make an effort to not become those people.
Yeah, I think
And
you guys
we-
do a great job.
Thank you. I mean, we try to live the most balanced life. Like you said,
Yeah.
are we moving our bodies? What is our stress like?
Yeah.
Are we, I would say, are we staring at our phones 24/7? I am. So like, I can't even say that I'm
Yeah.
not. But it's like those things that we can truly, truly sit here and control. And I really think that's kind of like what we're doing our best.
Yeah.
I think that's what you can do is your best.
I also
Yeah.
just like want to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
Like, there's some things that are just not enjoyable.
We're like, we love
like-
a martini. We
I
love
love
yeah.
These are really
she came
bad.
rolling in.
You're
If you're
nuts for
not
that.
watching this on, if you're not watching this on YouTube, she came rolling in with a Celsius.
She was like, let me stir the pot.
yeah.
No, literally, I
I'm
love
obsessed.
energy drinks. So
I've never
much
had one in my
now.
life, and like I refuse. No,
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I have an
Don't get
addictive
in.
personality. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like
you
so.
would
It doesn't
be-
even like I was on Adderall for so many years that like this does absolutely nothing for me. It's just truly
You just love the
like
flavor.
delicious.
I just like the vibe.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is like sparkly.
And like, hear me out. Like, I'm pretty solid about ingredients. Like, I am someone who pays pretty close attention. But our grandpa's 96, and that man had a heart surgery in 1998, 97. And he's been consuming aspartame, no sugar diet
Right.
since. The man is knocking on
And he's,
100.
guys,
Okay,
he's 96
there
years
you go.
old. So, like, we can tolerate
So
stuff.
who
Yeah.
really knows what's
Yeah,
going
it's like
on
it's.
here?
I feel like my body like likes it, so
Yeah.
I think we're gonna
So
thrive.
then, yeah, we-
Right, yeah. You're like,
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
intuition is telling me
Yeah.
that
My
I'm
body
good.
likes it.
Yeah.
You have Babs.
Yes, the
and
Babs.
and I feel like Babs and 75 Hotter both were like really big for you on social media.
Yes.
And before we get into Babs, like let's talk about Babs, but then we need to talk about the people who've also talked about Babs because
That'll get us.
that'll really okay, so 75 Hotter you've mentioned a little
Yes.
bit, but like go through that.
Okay, so 75 Hotter is basically like 75 Hard, but for the girls. And when I got my divorce, that's when my health journey like really begun because I was like, I am not going to sit on my couch and drink wine and just like become like a shell of myself. Like I have to keep moving forward. And so I made myself go to the gym every day. Like I scheduled a workout class and it was more for my mental health than anything. Like I was painfully shy. I was so fucking depressed. And I was just like, okay, just get to the gym. Like sit in your car. Just get into the actual room. And then you can go. Once you just have to step foot in the room. And then once you step foot in the room, you're not going to go because it's more
You're like, I'm
embarrassing
here.
to me.
Yeah.
So I just started doing that. And then it was like a really cool weightlifting gym and like the instructors at first I was just doing, like 5-pound bicep curls or whatever. Then I had really good trainers that were like, lifting heavy on back day, that is going to build a lot of muscle, building a lot of muscle burns fat. And I was like, oh, wow, like that clicked. So then I started taking upper body day more seriously. So then I just started like learning a little bit more about how things work. And then they were like, okay, you need to eat more protein, you need to eat more carbs. Anyways, I just started like learning things and like moving my body and I felt so good. And then once I went through the dumping, I realized, like things are not good again. And I need to kind of like, what did I do after my divorce that made me feel so good? And it was just all these things. And so I kind of listed them out and I was like, let's turn this into like a fun wellness challenge. People on the internet love it. And like, maybe this could help someone too. So that's how I came up with 75 Hotter. And I wanted it to be more for the girls because I'd done 75 Hard and I was like, okay, this is all like for bros trying to be like Navy SEALs. Like you're working out twice a day. One has to be outside.
Right.
Like why? I don't.
Why?
To build toughness.
No,
Jill
to
and I-
build like
Jill and I
mental.
lasted one day on it.
No, it's literally so fucking stupid. Like I like the 10 pages a day. I think that's good. There's some things about it that are obviously good. It's changed a lot of people's life. But I'm like, okay, for girls, what makes me feel hot? Honestly, getting a spray tan once a week made me feel hot. That buoyed my self-esteem through my divorce because it takes a while for things to show up when you're like working out, like to see results. But like a spray tan's immediate. Getting your nails done is immediate. Just doing a face mask. It could be anything. Just one thing that's not like self-care. Like everything's like mental health and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just like, we want to be hot. Like one thing that like makes you feel hot a week. Also, your community, I think, makes you feel hot. Like hanging out and investing with people who make you feel good. So that's one of the rules. So basically, it was born out of the divorce and how I kind of got my groove back. And then I turned it into a challenge. And that's kind of when I got my like next big boost on TikTok. So I wasn't just like the millennial girl talking about like, children rushing sorority.
Right. They're like, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, they're
we
like,
need
it's
some.
a little creepy, you care.
Right.
I'm like, you're
Expand the content,
Yeah.
please.
So that's kind of how 75 Hotter started.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you brought in Babs.
Yes. So I had been doing the Babs. One of my really good friends in California is a nutritionist. And she was like, you need to be eating more greens. Like you don't eat enough greens and you need to be eating something for your gut health. So she's like, I really like sauerkraut, and I'm like, disgusting. But then she like showed me this like really good kraut, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is helping my gut. It's like so tasty. It's like a pickle. And so I started putting together these like breakfast salads in the morning, and I called them the big ass breakfast salad because I have these like big bowls, and I'm like a volume eater. Like when I'm not on tirzepatide, I like to like eat a lot, you know? So I had greens. Babs is basically just greens, a protein. So I like to do 2 eggs and like a bacon or like a sausage, or I really like ground beef, and then something for your gut health. So I'll do either like Greek yogurt or like a skyr or like kraut. I love kraut in my Babs.
I love
Kraut too.
And then, okay, so then Babs started like spreading.
Yeah.
And we loved Babs. Like we would do arugula.
Is it Gut Talk Girl approved?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you
arugula, because that gets
Of course.
the
The
bitters.
bitters,
That's what
yeah.
I learned from you guys.
Yeah. But then Madison LeCroy did Babs, right?
You guys, like I almost shit
Wait,
myself.
no one knows this about you if they haven't heard that you're such a reality TV.
I'm the
like,
biggest Bravo fan.
Yeah, Bravo.
Well, maybe.
We'll
We'll talk about it later.
Wait, after this podcast, we have something to say to you. Okay, keep going.
Okay,
now.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay,
I'm
whatever.
so excited.
So Madison LeCroy,
Yes.
she didn't reach out or anything.
No.
She just
posted it. And I was like, oh my God.
Did she tag you?
Yes. And she was like, there's this girl, Jade. She does these things called Babs, big ass breakfast salad. I was like, no, she is not. Like I'm,
And it's so up her alley. Like,
Yeah.
the name is like just a little like spicy,
Yeah.
which she loves, but then loves like a healthy way. Like,
I love Madison.
yes. So, who else has any other celebrities like identified themselves as Babs consumers?
I don't think any other celebrities have. I think there was maybe somebody else. I mean, like, honestly, once Madison, I was like, you all can go home.
Right.
Like, I just love her. She's also a Libra like me. I just feel like very, like I don't know.
Connected to her?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like we would jive.
Yeah.
Did you DM her? Like, oh my God,
I
thank
was
you?
like, oh my fucking God. She followed me. I don't know if she follows me, but she'll like DM me still to
No,
this
stop.
day. And I'm like, no, literally, like, I don't know what to say to you. Like, stop.
Like, this is the only time I'm nervous pressing
Yeah.
send.
Right.
Like, I'll be like, you look so good. And she's like, she'll send me like a sassy response back. I'm like, ah.
And Justin Anderson follows you too, right?
Oh, yes.
Which is like,
No, I'm
love
sweating.
him.
I love Justin Anderson.
Because Kristen Cavallari was everything and more for millennials.
I know.
Like,
yes.
the
and
Hills
they're best
was-
friends.
Right.
Yeah. He was I think he followed me when I had like 10,000 followers
Yeah.
it was like during Rush Talk.
Okay. Oh, yeah. He's a big Rush Talk
He
guy.
loves, and he is like, I love like astrology. He's a Scorpio, and he's such a Scorpio. Like, he's so like positive, and like you're like,
Oh, yeah.
you're drawn to him, but like he is sassy.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
like you
he's
never want to get on
amazing.
his bad side.
So we need to talk Bravo TV
Yeah.
of it all.
Yes.
And like the one thing Jenna and I like really don't align on is she can't watch a show. She actually is like the person, she's the
Gen Z
boyfriend.
brain.
Yeah, Gen Z brain for sure, but also like, you know,
It's so Gen Z brain.
the TikToks where it's like my boyfriend doesn't want to watch with me, but then he's like in the kitchen being like, Madison did what? Like,
Yeah.
that's her.
Oh, that is me.
Like, she asked someone.
I did something with that with Real Housewives, and Jill just will literally,
like-
she'll just side eye me, like,
She'll
go
be like,
away.
when's that one girl being released from jail? I was like,
Yeah.
Jen Shaw, she has a few more months.
Yeah.
Stop
Jen
it. Like,
Shaw.
be in or don't be in, but she's
Yeah.
not in. So, like, I am really depleted, like, and just, like, I need
You
some.
need Bravo talk.
I do.
Yeah.
So, okay, right now, what do you feel are the best shows on television, especially Bravo?
Okay, so Bravo, I love Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I think it is so good.
And
The
you
best?
met Lisa Barlow, right?
You guys, like,
Were you
Lisa
just there?
I met her in March.
Okay.
Oh, well, I was in Utah.
You were, okay.
But I met, I was in Park City. I like went to Meredith Mark's store.
Yeah.
Which is like not very nice.
Really?
It's literally like a consignment shop of her clothes. I love Meredith so much.
Wait, that kind of checks out.
No,
though.
but like her shop, like her merch, is, like literally, I want to help her with her merch. Her merch looks so bad.
That's a Real
Sorry.
Housewife of
We
Salt
won't
Lake.
clip that. We won't throw that.
Yeah, don't clip that. But, like, I do love her so much. But like, I will say, Lisa Barlow is one of the most like she's just a larger than life personality.
Yeah.
And I thought she was going to be like super aloof, like kind of didn't, brush you off. I was with her at a brand like trip kind of thing with this company called Vivint. It's like a security company. She walks in, she's like, I love Vivint. Vivint's the best, you guys. Like she had to give a little speech. She's like, me and John love Vivint. Like, she's just
that's such a good voice.
fucking go. And then she's like bopping around saying hi to people. Like she's so bubbly.
Yeah.
And I was like, no wonder these bitches hate her, because like you want to be friends with her.
kind of a joy.
Yeah. And if Lisa Barlow isn't giving you attention, I would be pissed. I'd be like, no, like I want to be your friend.
Yeah. How do you feel about Bronwyn? Because she's like the newest.
Okay, so
I'm 2 episodes behind because I have a flight tomorrow.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
am not caught up on the
Yeah.
season's like issues so far.
So I love Bronwyn for the Housewives. I love all the Housewives. Like I think most of them bring a lot to the table. Whitney does not. Whitney Rose.
Yeah, I
Whitney
agree.
Rose.
Yeah.
But like
She's just someone's cousin.
But it's funny, when I met Lisa, I was like, okay, I want all the tea. She's like, I fucking hate Bronwyn. Like literally, she just went right into it. And I was like, oh, I love you so much.
I have this fear I'm going to end up being Team Bronwyn.
I know. Okay, here's the thing. Like, here's how I feel about the Housewives. Like, you're not always going to agree with your housewives.
No.
But like, I still will love Lisa, and I will always be Team Barlow. But like, I kind of think in this most recent fight that they had, I was like, ooh, like,
Yeah.
Bronwyn kind of ate, and like, you were just like grasping at straws.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Like, she'll be back.
That's how I felt like if I had to live and die with only one city.
Okay, what would it be?
New Jersey.
I love Jersey.
Yeah,
I
like
love those girls.
They could all go away, and if you gave me more Jersey,
Yeah.
like I would be good. Like
Yeah.
they're all so incredible, but the thing with Teresa is she makes such good TV, but she couldn't be more wrong over and over and over again.
Literally.
Like she is, what's
I know
the word
who
I'm
that
look-
is.
So you're not a tree hugger, but like, you love her.
Like I love the fact that she's on TV.
Yeah.
But
Shut
like
up.
I
They
love
call her fans tree huggers.
Yeah, tree.
Yes. Yeah. 'Cause that's
Tree.
what- yeah. No, like Melissa Gorga's my queen. If I
Yes.
look like Melissa Gorga once I have 3
She's
grown
so
kids,
hot.
she's
No, it would
so
be
hot.
so hard because Teresa's hot,
Right.
and then like Melissa's hot, and I feel
Yeah.
like Teresa's so competitive, but she's like, I'm not competitive.
No, but like the way that like I would go watch them live.
Yes.
Like Teresa's she's nuts.
Yeah, I love her,
Dolores
though.
is my everything.
I
more
love
in life.
Dolores. I love them all.
I know.
except for Jackie.
Yeah,
Jackie's
Jackie was two-faced.
You know what's so interesting? Jackie and Whitney are both Libras.
Oh,
I'm a
interesting.
Libra. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like they're the biggest
interesting.
duds on.
Yeah, Jackie, her flip to Teresa, I was just
Oh
like,
my god, it was
"You're a
the most
rat."
embarrassing thing I
Yeah.
have ever seen.
I'm like, you really need a storyline so badly.
Yeah.
So badly. And you've watched Love Thy Nader, obviously.
I love Thy Nader.
Okay,
I
so did
loved
we.
it.
Yeah.
I can participate in that combo.
We
well,
loved
although I
it.
didn't finish the
Did it.
season.
Could you imagine
I haven't
watching?
finished it
You
yet.
haven't? Oh my
No.
god, I binged those. I was like, I
Jill
have
literally
to.
Yeah.
watched them in 2
I
days.
haven't, like, I've had time, but like I haven't made
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other shows? Like, are you a Southern Hospitality girly?
I like Southern Hospitality.
Yeah. You'll watch it.
Southern Charm will always, I love it. I just like need to watch Madison LeCroy. Like she's such a star. I feel the same way about Paige. I feel like Paige is such a star. I'm like, get her back on my TV.
Oh,
They can't let her go.
And I'm just like so sad that those two aren't going to be friends anymore, because I feel like, but like Madison has to have Craig's back. Like she
No,
just does.
She did what she
and
needed
like,
to do.
honestly, like Craig sucks. Like, I don't know.
They weren't going to work out.
No, they weren't going to work out. And I think that Paige is bigger than him. Like her star needed to rise, and he will find somebody, because he's the star. I don't think he's able to be in a star on star.
No. Did we tell you just in person that we met? Why am I blinking?
Craig.
No, we didn't meet Craig,
Oh.
Austin, and Shep.
Oh, when they were here?
So they were at a football game at UT. This is such funny tea that we'd normally
This is
probably
like
not
4
share.
years ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago. 3.
Okay.
Okay.
That's such a
I
sister
was gonna say
correction.
2, and then I was like, shit, it really wasn't 2.
Not at all.
But we were at a UT football game, and they came up to us and started talking to us. And I, of course, am not going to be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I know
Like, you have to
exactly-
kind of act
right.
cool.
And so then Craig, why do I keep saying Craig? Shep was hammered,
Yeah, they were
obviously.
wasted.
Another
and
Libra.
he recruited Jenna to go help him find his phone. And just
I'd never seen the show, so I was like,
I was
who's
like,
this drunk?
you're
Jenna's
just like,
like,
who's
you're
this
a
tall
loser.
guy?
Yeah.
So then it's me and Austin standing there, and he's like, what are you guys doing later? And in my head, I'm like, not hanging out with you. Like, no offense, but like, you guys are gross. Like, they were just like sweaty and drunk.
Yeah.
And Austin goes, whatever you do, don't sleep with Shep. Like, I'm so offended that you think that man, like, outside of Charleston,
Yeah, like he's not pulling
Right.
a tail in this town.
I was like,
Actually, unfortunately, he probably is.
No, he probably
I'm sure.
is.
But like, I was like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we didn't exchange that many words, and that's what he told me, and I was just like, don't meet your heroes.
No, literally
Like,
don't meet
your
and
heroes.
Don't meet your heroes unless it's Madison LeCroy or Lisa Barlow. I haven't met Madison IRL, but I'm
Okay.
sure she's great.
No, I feel like if I met anyone from Orange County, I'd love them because they're all so nuts. You've met them?
Well, I lived in Newport for 10 years, so I'd see the girls all the time. I'm actually, so Ashley Zarlin, Lori's daughter.
Okay.
Do you remember like
Yeah,
Lori
yeah.
from the earlier season? She follows me.
Okay.
And then I'm friends with Cara, Gina's daughter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I've met Gina before, and Gina's exactly the way she is on TV.
Oh, good.
She's
Okay.
like, I love that.
Yeah.
I've never met Vicky, but I feel like Vicky is the exact same.
Who's the woman that just came on that's the newest one?
Jen or Katie?
Katie.
So one of my friends is friends with Katie. I want the tea.
I have to know. So
Yeah.
we've lost a lot of people, I'm sure, if they're not Bravo fans. But
Yeah.
the last thing I'll say about this is Katie was made out to be this villain. And like,
She wasn't-
I don't think it's adding up.
No, it's not adding up. It doesn't make any sense. Gretchen saying that she went to the hospital,
And then didn't.
saying that she didn't
Yeah.
go to the hospital.
She
It's-
felt like she needed to. I was like, come on.
Well, the thing that the housewives do is like they self-produce themselves and then it backfires because like we just want to see them fight. Like just be friends and fight. Wait, do you know that they're doing a Housewives here
No.
in Austin?
Are
And it's like
they really?
and it's like I don't think it's going to go. No, this is tea, but like I don't think it's going to be that good because it's like a bunch of random people that are like,
Do you know who it is?
Yeah.
Wait, can you say it after?
yeah,
Okay.
but
Wait, that's
you-
insane.
yeah.
Okay, hear me out about Austin.
Let me guess one.
Okay.
Kendra Scott.
no,
Oh.
no, but that would be crazy.
That would
'cause-
bring her brand down.
No.
So
Do you think it
I
would?
mean, she's dating Zach
Brown.
whatever
That's
is
true. She
Yeah.
brought her own brand.
He's psychotic. He's like
She
Zach.
brought her own brand down.
Yeah.
Did you see all, we're getting
His-
way
yeah.
off topic,
No, I
but
love- yeah.
What I
he's
will
insane,
say,
I think.
What I'll say about Real Housewives of Austin is our town's not built for it.
I think it is.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Why?
it is because I think like there's a lot of people who think that they're like the coolest people. It's like Salt Lake
Yeah.
City. It's like
The West
I
Lake
think-
people.
Yeah,
And
I think the housewives that like really thrive is when I don't think you need to be like the top dog in the city, but you have to think you're the top dog in the
Okay.
city, like Lisa Barlow.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I think like these little towns like Salt Lake, Austin, even like a Nashville would
Okay.
be really good.
Interesting.
Or like they're gonna do a Chicago one, Rhode Island. Like
how are
it's
you
gonna-
getting the scoop? Because
because
you
I
talk
am.
about it.
People give me information.
Yeah,
because
I
was-
bet.
yeah.
I bet. The reason
Cool
why I
girl.
think it's not good is because I feel like this town is so small that I feel like, I guess being in Austin.
What do
I
you think Salt Lake City is?
No.
Huge?
I guess and maybe people in their cities feel this way. I feel like we're gonna be able to read through it so quickly.
Yeah, we will,
but no one
but-
else will.
Like I'm sure people
Yeah,
in Utah are
that's
like,
so
I can
fair.
see through this.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
Wow.
gonna be so.
Yeah.
I don't think
Wait.
the crew that they put together is going to be good because it's too random. I think for a housewife
can't wait to hear.
to be a housewife series, especially like a series one, you have to all have history.
For
like
sure.
that's why we love
Yes.
Jersey.
Yes.
That's why we loved Beverly Hills,
Yep.
the sisters.
Oh, for sure.
And like, Lisa Vanderpump
Yeah.
was the neighbor.
And Orange County, they all come back.
Yeah.
Like, no, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that.
well, Orange County's lost the plot because they're not all friends.
no, right.
And
but
like,
they used to have deep roots,
Yeah.
I feel like. And now
yeah, in Salt Lake, like you can tell Whitney is not friends with these people. Whitney is
Right.
like in the suburbs. She's a mom.
Yeah.
You can tell Heather and Lisa, Meredith, Angie, like all those girls, like they're kind of like all on the same like social level.
Yeah.
And you kind of need that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Interesting. I don't want to stop it, but I feel like we could you two could
No,
have an
literally, we could
entirely
yap
different episode
forever.
about Bravo. We wanted to do a quick at the end rapid fire, like your faves type of
Okay.
thing. So let's try to do it fast. But like I feel like we're
Okay.
all long winded over
Yeah,
here. So
we're yappers.
okay, we wanted to know. Okay, your favorite Bravo show, but you already said it, didn't you?
What did I say? I think Vanderpump Rules is my
Oh,
OG.
is it? Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, then I can't wait to share tea with you.
Okay.
Okay, your favorite health trend.
Health trend. High protein.
Love. Who's your favorite person to follow right now? Favorite creator?
I don't really like following people. I hate
Perfect
following
answer.
people. Yeah.
Perfect
Myself.
answer.
Myself, actually.
Myself.
Yes. It's me, Jade B.
Favorite restaurant in Austin?
I'm like always craving Elizabeth Street.
Didn't you just eat that?
For the first time.
She ate it last night.
It's like their apps are like the best apps, and I don't care if it's basic. People are gonna be like, MML, of course. You're so basic. Go back to California.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
Is it?
MML. People like always hate on me because I love MML.
Why am I not knowing what that is?
It's like Clark's, Perla, like that group.
No, I love it too.
It's so good. I'm like,
okay, I love MML
Sorry,
too.
hate them for being good.
Right.
Yeah.
Best favorite place to get a drink in Austin.
I really like Clark's.
Yeah, same. Honestly.
Sorry.
I get what they're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
What clothing brand are you loving these days?
eBay. I love eBay. eBay is like my number one. I'm always on eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it hard to find things?
No, so quick.
Yeah,
This
give
is
us a...
so sustainable of me. But I will go on Pinterest and I'll see like this is from eBay, and I'll just be like, okay, denim Ralph Lauren shirt, and then like I'll see everything pop up, and it's so much cheaper. It's quick. Like I usually get the clothes within like 3 to 5 days, and yeah.
Okay, hack.
Yeah, hack.
Okay. Love
Makeup
that.
product.
Oh my God, I love makeup so much. Okay, there's this new serum that I've been loving that I put under my makeup, and it's called Early ERLY. It's like diffusion dew, and it just like it hydrates your skin and it makes it super glowy. So like your makeup just like looks so good under
Yours
my,
looks incredible.
My makeup does not look that good today.
No, I think it really. Oh, no. I think it looks amazing.
you.
Workout class or thing that you're doing.
Okay. This is going to sound like hypocritical, but I've been like really into Pilates, like reformer. Such a GLP-1 girl.
It.
No, okay, but here's my current
Where
split.
though? Okay,
here's my
where?
current split. I will do I like to do like heavy lifting,
Okay.
like 2 to 3
Love.
days a week.
Yeah.
And then also doing Pilates with it because I feel like my core is so weak. And I think
I've just
paired
been saying
together.
I need to do that.
Yeah.
I literally am like, we go to Equinox, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to do at least one Pilates class a week.
Yeah.
Where are you going here for reformer?
Homebody. I love Homebody.
Really?
I love
Okay,
the
I've always- I
owners.
wanna-
I love the people who work there.
Yeah.
It's a nice experience. I feel
Yeah.
like Pilates people are so fucking
I
snooty.
like the location there
Yeah.
too. That's by Clark's, isn't it?
Yeah. Clark's.
So interesting.
I
Okay,
know.
You're inspiring me.
Yeah.
Favorite podcast at the moment, if you have one?
Ride. I love Ride. Okay,
What's
it's Benny Drama and his friend Mary Beth Barino.
Okay.
Mary Beth Barone. Barone. Anyways, it's called Ride, and it's so fucking funny. Their banter is so good.
Okay.
I don't even know who he is.
I have no
You've
idea.
seen him on Instagram for sure.
Okay.
Benny Drama. He's
Benny Drama. Okay.
he would do like funny like skits. I feel like he like really blew up in 2020 when like kind of skits became a thing. Now he's like a fucking star.
Okay.
But they
Amazing.
were so good.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
love. Favorite trip you've been on recently, travel destination?
We just did a 3-week road trip throughout California, and it was the best trip I've ever been on. It was so fun. We did Austin to Albuquerque to the Grand Canyon. Epic. You have to go to the Grand Canyon. Then we went to Southern California, Montecito, Big Sur,
Wow.
Yosemite, Vegas, Zion, and then Santa Fe, and then home.
Wait,
What
that's so fun.
car did you take?
My boyfriend has a truck. He has like a Raptor.
nice.
And so, but like we stayed in hotels, like, but
Yeah.
some hotels we stayed in were like,
Glamped.
you know, like the town home suites. And we stayed in a couple of nice ones that were like really epic, but it was so fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that for
Okay.
you.
I know.
Actually, I'm trying not to say love that for you anymore.
Love
Someone
that. You could
called
say
me-
a ride. That's what they say on Ride. They say I
Really?
ride for that.
I ride. Okay,
Yeah.
I ride for that.
Yeah. Or and they like always,
Yeah.
when they say obsessed, they'll bleep it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
That, I
excited
need to
to
take
listen
that
to
out of my
Yeah.
vocab.
Love.
And then someone said, like, I love that for you is kind of this way of being like, it's not
Like, I
for
love that
me,
for
but I
you.
love that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really just genuinely think that's an amazing
Yeah.
trip. is
Thank
what
you
I should
so
say.
much. It's like so formal. That is
Right.
a lovely
That
trip,
sounded
Jade.
amazing. Yeah, that sounded
Okay,
fantastic.
I love that for you.
Right. Exactly. Oh, yay. Well, I feel like that
Yeah.
was amazing.
I know.
Thank
Guys,
you so
I
much.
could talk to you forever.
I know.
Happy
You're
early
so
birthday, the big
Thank you.
3-7.
I know, so crazy.
Wow.